Shit, episode 113. 213, sorry. 130? 213, I think. It might be 14, but I'm probably right. I usually sort of am, maybe. Sort of. Anyway, so I don't know if we could. Well, I've got a Captain Marvel story, but I don't know if we'll start with that.
I have a Captain Marvel story too. We might have the same one. Who knows?
Is it the Daily Beast?
Mine's from One Angry Gamer.
And it's the Daily Beast, right? Okay, that's the same one. So, anyway, so I don't know if we'll start with that or start with games. I think.
I do have a gaming news.
Right.
We can open up with. It's not very long.
Yeah, that's what I've found. I've found a couple ones that are gaming related or not very long. So, yeah, we'll do that then.
I'll start with mine first, and I'll read mine.
Yeah.
It's very short. Okay,
Yeah.
so this one is Nintendo celebrates Mario Day with Nintendo Switch game sale.
Wait, there's a Mario Day.
Yeah, there's a Mario Day.
I didn't even know there's a Mario Day.
There's a Mario Day, of course. Nintendo is holding a host of sales on various Mario-centric Nintendo Switch titles in honor of the upcoming Mario Day on March 10th. So Mario Day is a celebration of the legendary Nintendo character, and every year on the same day, which looks like the word Mario, fans honor the mustachioed plumber. This year, fans can purchase select Switch systems and one of 5 games, all starring Mario, for $329.98. So that is
Mario.
Yeah, so that is the same. This amounts to $30 or 50% of one of the game's retail price. This is available both in-store and participating retail. And we have Switch can purchase digital download codes for one of the same Mario-centric for $39.99 each. The 5 games include Super Mario Odyssey, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Super Mario Party, Mario Tennis Aces, and New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. This deal will only be available to participating realtors with digital download codes available. There's also a wave of special Mario-inspired rewards coming to those with My Nintendo points to redeem, like a special March calendar and Mario Day wallpapers. There's also a selection of Mario-themed party invites and bingo cards, as well as themed envelopes for fans looking to throw their Mario parties in real life. For fans looking to build their Nintendo Switch collections or get to know the summer a bit better through one of his starring roles, the celebration's special sales are only available for a limited time, March 16th. There you go. You can get yourself some Mario games for sale if you don't already own the game. For about half off, which is pretty good.
Yeah, if you're into the platformers and stuff. I've never been into the platform. Like, back in the day, yeah, but since, like, you got, like, 3D games and stuff, I hate 3D platformers with a passion.
Well, I've been wanting the Super Mario Party game, so I might pick that up.
Oh, well, that's supposed to be okay, though, right? And
yeah,
Super Mario Kart.
My friend had it, and I played it with her, and her boyfriend, and I really, really liked it, and I think, like, we could have fun as a family. Me, my boyfriend, and our daughter. So I might pick it up. I'll ask my boyfriend about it, because we'll see.
That's what Nintendo are good at, though. Like, they type of games.
Yeah. So it looks really fun. So that's one that I'll say I might be getting out of the 5.
It's a Mario. Yeah, I a lot of the new Mario 2D games were pretty good though.
I saw
Super Mario Bros. Or whatever. On the Switch.
Played the Mario Odyssey game. The only game I have on my Switch right now is that Pokemon game for the Let's Go Pikachu. That's the only one I have right now. So
soon to be another Pokemon game though. Like,
yeah, that one's 100% guarantee I'm getting.
that one's already pre-ordered and it's not even out yet.
I know. I can't pre-order it yet, but as soon as I'm able to
yeah,
pre-order it, pre-ordering it.
I was guessing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a pity none of the games are on sale as well. Like, it's Mario Day, Nintendo just has a big sale because like Mario's their main character. Hang on, I need to feed the cat. It's been a pest.
Oh, okay.
No, cat, come on, I'm doing stuff.
I'm a Mario noob on my Switch since I haven't played it. I saw a friend playing the Odyssey game, and it looked like fun as well, with the little hat and everything. It looked really adorable.
Right. Sort of something hat, adorable, that's all I call it. It's like...
I was talking about Mario's, like, little hat. It's cute.
Is that...
Yeah, with the eyes? I think it's cute.
Oh,
I like it.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you're too young. But you remember that awful Mario movie?
That is not an awful movie. That is a classic. That is hilarious. That movie is comedy gold. Don't even.
No, come on. Like, I remember going to the cinema to watch that when I was wee. Fucking
Why would
on
you
the
say
Nintendo
that?
shit.
No, I did not watch it in theaters. My mom didn't take me. I don't even know if it probably came out when you were a kid, so I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely.
I know I did not see it in theaters, but my mom like got it for us as a kid, like to watch at home. So I thought it was like funny when I was a kid. Like, it had literally almost nothing to do with Mario.
No, that's why it was fucking awful. It's like you had like.
That's why it's so funny. And it's, even now, like I watched it recently, and you cannot tell me that is not hilarious movie.
I've never seen it since. I don't think. Like
I
obviously have when it was on TV.
Me and my boyfriend were like, "What about that Mario movie?" Because like our daughter really likes like Mario. She really likes Kirby a lot. She freaking loves Kirby. But
no, that Mario movie.
Like, oh, we should watch that Mario movie with her.
No.
And we were laughing. We were like, it's still hilarious.
It's got Goombas and shit, and they go down like a plumber's pipe, and they turn up into this different world and stuff.
They're the funniest
weird.
bit with their little tiny heads and everything. That is hilarious. And then when they're going down, like they're sliding down this like pipe thing, it is so funny looking.
I can't remember that actor's name. The actor that played Mario was quite a famous British actor at that point as well. Can't believe he said yes
I don't
to
know.
That.
I don't know the actor's name.
Yeah, I know, but I reckon I remember it.
The only thing it has to do is it has to do with Mario is the fact that the main characters are like have the Mario characters' names.
Right, and it's got the Bowser's
got, like, the same
bad
names.
Yeah, and the Bowser's the bad guy.
Bowser's the bad guy and stuff. It's just like
everything else is like
yeah.
Everything else
and
is
it's
just like
so 90s. Bowser looks so 90s or whatever.
Yeah, well,
it does, or 80s or whatever.
No,
like
it's the 90s.
Definitely. Yeah,
it's definitely the 90s.
Yeah, it has that look about it from like late 80s to like early 90s.
Yep.
Look is the look it's got to it, and it's like, oh my god.
Everything about it's pretty bad though. Like.
No, it's comedy gold. I'm telling you. It's comedy gold.
I don't think I've ever. I can't remember watching it like as like a proper adult.
You should rewatch it again with a bunch of your mates.
I just remember it being really fucking shit, and I'm just like, no, I can't go through this again. I mean, I remember Resident Evil being shit, but having more to do with Resident Evil than the actual fucking Mario. That's the worst computer game thing I've ever seen.
I liked the first Resident Evil game.
Right.
Not game, sorry. I liked the first Resident Evil movie.
It was okay.
I thought it was pretty good. I liked it. The second one was all right. I think they started to go downhill after that.
Oh yeah,
If memory serves, like it really started to go downhill after the second one, because I know I really liked the first one, and that like hyped me up for the second one, but it was kind of like, oh, the second one was good. It wasn't great, but I still enjoyed it. And then, like, after that, I was just like, I'm not enjoying these anymore.
Yeah, but I still think Super Mario is one of the worst ones. Okay, you've got Street Fighter, you've got Super Mario, you've got Mortal Kombat, you've got Resident Evil, and you've got Doom. I still think one of the worst ones was Super Mario. Because Street Fighter sort of like, okay, I can see where you're going. Sort of fits in, kinda. Resident Evil definitely fits in because they've got all the boss characters and the zombies and shit, right?
Mm-hmm. But it's okay that it has nothing to do with Mario. Like, to me, they just, even though it has nothing to do with Mario, they made it work with how hilarious it is.
That's why I will need to watch it again, because all I can remember is it was so fucking stupid.
It is really stupid.
Like, God, all I can remember of it.
It is super stupid. But it's funny. Maybe I would say maybe it's one of those, like, it's so bad, it's good things, where it's just so stupid, it's funny.
Anyway, yeah, getting on to, like, okay, so, you've heard about that a kettle?
No, that's my daughter sharpening a sharpen. I have like an electric pencil sharpener next to my desk, and I don't want her wandering off with it, so she has to sharpen the things.
Right, okay, fair enough. It said you like a kettle, like one of the old school kettles going.
No, I don't have a kettle. I'm an American.
How do you heat up water? Right, so everyone has a kettle.
What do you mean? How do you heat up water? Nobody has a kettle. We're Americans. We threw that tea off the harbor with the kettles.
So what do you like? How do you make coffee then?
I hate coffee, and for one, there's like coffee machines, and so it heats up the water for you and drips down, so it's already hot. Right. I make hot cocoa, and I microwave it.
That blasphemy.
I have it in the cup. What do you mean blasphemy? Why would I have a kettle for my hot cocoa?
Because that's how you're supposed to use stuff. You heat water up in the kettle.
No, you don't use a kettle. You don't use a kettle for hot cocoa. I put everything inside of the cup. I heat it up in my microwave. And then I take it out and stir it in its hot cocoa. And I put marshmallows and crap on it.
So fail.
No, that's not a fail.
You don't heat up water in the microwave.
I don't like hot tea. I don't like hot tea.
You can make everything with a kettle. You can make all loads of hot drinks with a kettle.
What am I making with the kettle? Name something else, because you're not going to convince me.
Horlicks, chocolate, fucking coffee, fucking like everything.
The coffee machines heat up your water for you. There's no need for a kettle.
Yeah, but then you have to use coffee though.
Yeah, but people don't. Hot tea is not as popular here.
But you can get lemon tea, you can get green tea, you can get all that shit as well.
Yes, hot tea is not very popular here. At the most, if you go down south, you'll get some iced tea. Iced tea's pretty.
That's fucking gross.
You don't know. Have you ever had Southern iced tea?
I've had iced tea and it's fucking gross.
You have never had Southern iced tea?
Doesn't matter what. Doesn't matter. You can put any fucking name on it you want. It won't matter. It won't change the point.
It will matter. It's different.
Cold tea sucks.
It's like but I'm not very fond of most hot teas. Green tea is all right, but I'm not very. So I'm not gonna have a kettle in here because I'm not just gonna decide. Man, I wish I had some tea. It's not gonna happen.
No, but
it's like if I'm out someplace and somebody offers me hot tea, it's still not gonna be my beverage of choice ever. But if what they have is like some hot green tea, I'd be like, I'll drink your hot green tea.
Right, wait. Shushed. What happens when you run out of hot water? How do you get hot water?
What do you mean when I run out of hot water?
What if you run out of hot water? What if the boiler...
We don't run out of...
What if the boiler stops working? Then you've not got hot water.
Well... Okay, fine. Let's say hypothetically the boiler stops working. Then I'd heat it up in a pot.
Like a peasant.
If I needed hot water.
Okay. Right, like a peasant. See, that's why we have a kettle. Because we're not peasants. Just saying.
What am I going to use the hot water for? With the boiler broken, it's going to be fixed the next day. I'm just not going to shower that day or whatever. I'm not going to...
No.
Bathtub
Sometimes
with hot water from like a friggin' pot that I'm carrying back and forth.
Yes. It's been done. I remember when I was wee that got done a lot.
That doesn't get... I've never had that done. I've never had that done. I had to bathe in freaking hot water that you had to heat up.
Mm-hmm.
That's never happened. That's never happened to me. It's never happened to me. It's not a worry. Also, like, you could just heat up like a big pot of it. Kettles aren't very big. You can get bigger. I have a bigger pot. Yeah, I have a giant pot that I use for spaghetti. Yeah. And so you're wanting me to carry this little kettle back and forth to a bathroom when I could use a giant pot of water.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, us British people or Scottish people have it so much better. You're such a peasant with your giant pot. Yeah, meanwhile, I'm going to make 50,000 trips from the kitchen to the bathroom just so I can use my kettle.
No, you put it in a basin. Oh,
you don't have a basin.
You have no idea. Like, yes. Like normal.
Who has a basin? Nobody has a basin unless you're living out on a farm. They might have a kettle. I live in an apartment building. It gets fixed the next day. Nobody needs a kettle. I'm not making tea. I heat up my hot water in the microwave when I make cocoa. Or it's not even water, it's milk. Okay,
right,
anybody that makes friggin' water out of hot cocoa should be burned at the stake.
No,
okay, so
you
it's
get
milk.
This, maybe because we get this instant stuff that's already got the powdered milk and the powdered cocoa in it. So like mix.
Ew, I don't want powdered milk.
You just put that in the water and it fucking makes you.
You want to talk about fucking peasants with your fucking powdered milk? You goddamn peasant! I've got organic milk. I pour in my
you can.
Big mug.
Right. No, you can, right? I'm just saying the instant cocoa shit, the instant hot chocolate is basically, it's got I
buy really nice hot. I buy like this very
proper posh cocoa.
I do buy posh hot cocoa. I take my hot chocolate very, very seriously. Right. And then I get some, actually I have some posh with a scrolly little name on it. I'm not sure what the name is, but it's a scrolly little name on my caramel that I put
Belgium
into
shit, and you put in
I put it.
Yeah, okay.
I put the caramel, my posh caramel in my posh hot chocolate in my posh milk and heat it up in my microwave.
Like a posh person.
It's delicious. Yeah.
And see, you just buy the instant one that's like got caramel in it as well, and it's just good. Everything just put water in it and it works.
It does the instant one has caramel in it as
well.
Does.
Like
no, what?
Our ones do.
I don't know if they do or not. I don't buy that cheap shit.
We can get caramel. We can get freaking what other crap? I don't know. They have all these weird fucking mixes of like chocolate and fucking.
No, I don't really see that too
chocolate
much here. I don't know if they. I guess I don't
caramel.
know if they might have some of that. I don't know. I never really look for it because I get the hot cocoa that I like. There's 2 brands, just in case one of my brands is out. There's 2 brands that I like, and I get either one of them, and then I have my really nice caramel, and then I use marshmallow cream or some whipped cream, and I take my hot chocolate very seriously.
Still can't believe
I'm a hot chocolate connoisseur.
Okay, this is how vital kettles are, right? See, during the World Cup, if like England or Scotland or like Welsh or Irish are playing, right?
They've got kettles.
Yeah, no, but this is actually a thing that they have to do, right? When that's going on during the break, right? During the half time, there's so much power goes into making tea at half time that the guys that make the power at the power stations have to be ready for the massive surge of electricity that's going to be asked for, right, at that point. And they're all on alert to make sure that peak power isn't going to cut out the whole power station. So, like, when everyone presses the button on the kettle, right, so it's a peak drain of the power level, right, it shoots up so dramatically that the power stations are on emergency alert to make sure there's enough power to put through at that exact point that the whole network doesn't collapse. That's how important tea is.
That doesn't say that tea is important. It just says like a lot of you friggin' Europeans drink all tea.
Right,
the
they're
Americans
all going to switch on. Right, so
that's not what Americans are doing.
It's such a thing, right, on the power grid, that when there's a big match on and stuff, they're like, right, there's 1 billion people going to put on their kettles at this point, and we need to make sure there's enough power in the power lines to cope with this massive drain, right? So it's actually they have guys sitting there overtime to make sure that massive drain isn't going to derail the power grid, because everyone's going to switch on.
Here in America, the drink of choice for when you watch a game, okay, this would be the equivalent. I know like soccer isn't that big over here as it is over there. So we'll just say like our like football or whatever, and I know that it's
right, but no, this is including
but like the drink of choice is just like a cold beer for sports, and that's like it seems like any sports. That it seems like for baseball, which is big here in America.
This is
and
including
basketball,
beer.
like
we include beer, right?
But nobody stops to go make tea. We threw that shit off the harbor.
Right, I know, but that's like, I think that's amazing, right? So you got like. Most of the country would be drinking beer, right? Obviously down the pub and shit.
Yeah.
But there's such a high percentage, right? There's such a high percentage of people at half time that will leave and put on the kettle that there's emergency people working at the power grid to make sure there's enough power so that when that massive surge goes through, they need to like go, right, if we don't have this prepared, the power grid is going to shut down because it's too much of a power drain.
I think that's funny.
It's fucking amazing to me. It's like, holy shit.
But
because everyone's going to switch on.
Nobody here wants your kettles.
Everyone's going to switch on their 500 watt kettles. It's like, we need the 500 watts for like 1 billion people all at the same time. Our power grid needs to handle this. Because you can't you can't store the power, so it has to like, there's something about it that it has to be ready. That you can't just make power and then store it because it dissipates. So it has to be ready for that point. And if there's a big event on, and they know that there's a half time or there's a quarter time, whatever it is, they have to make sure that we think a lot of people are going to be pressing the kettle button and there's going to be a massive drain of electricity. We need to be ready for this to happen. And it's an actual thing that they sit and watch, and they make sure, they actually employ extra people to make sure that that's not going to hit the limit. It's fucking amazing that that's a thing, but it is. And then you think, but like all the Brits are drinking beer and shit. Yeah, most of them might be, but there's also this kettle thing that they have to make sure that that's a thing. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah, I know you guys like your tea.
Yeah, they definitely do. Anyway, so...
It's not as bad here. Nobody wants a kettle. Nobody has a basin unless you live in the farm.
Sorry, all you people. Anyway, BioWare won't be shutting down for now, says Anthem's lead producer. Have you heard of Anthem? Have you heard how bad it's been?
No, what is that?
Okay, it's a new BioWare game after... It's been in production for like 5 years.
I think my boyfriend said something about it, because he said that something about there being a game that's worse than Mass Effect Andromeda for Bio.
I don't know if it's worse than that, but it's not good.
I think he saw news. About it, and he like mentioned it to me.
Right, it's not.
So I didn't know what the game was called or anything, and I haven't really seen anything about it myself.
Well, do you remember?
I just vaguely remember my boyfriend mentioning something.
Do you remember Mass Effect, the Andromeda, right?
Yes, of course I remember that. That was hilarious.
Right. Do you remember everyone saying, "Oh, it doesn't matter. It's not a real BioWare. It's BioWare's B team." Well, Anthem has been 5 years in the making from actual proper old BioWare, right? So it's not the B team, it's the A team. And it's not doing well. In fact, there's things going about saying the gun that you start with is the most powerful gun in the whole game. So
what?
Yeah.
So you don't have to bother getting any other guns?
Yeah. Like, the numbers will show up.
What's the point then?
Well, no.
What's the point then?
No, but this is the funny part, right? So the numbers will show up. Higher numbers. So if you get a better weapon, higher numbers will show up. But the health doesn't drain with the numbers. So the numbers are just lies. And the health will go down just as fast with the bigger number gun than it will with the starting pistol. Like, it's completely fucked. Right? It's supposed to be, oh my god, this will save BioWare, this game's going to be this amazing stuff, right? Anyway, so BioWare won't be shutting down for now, says Anthem's lead producer. So everyone thought, right, if Anthem doesn't do well, BioWare's fucked, because EA does this all the time. They get studios, they buy them over, they make them churn out shit, and then eventually the games don't do as well as what they think they were going to do, and they just shut down the studio, right? That's what EA do. They've been doing it for fucking years, right? Done it to Bullfrog, they've done it to Westwood Studios, they've done it to The Sims, the Maxis, who are the guys that done The Sims. They've done it a lot of fucking places, right? So everyone thought Anthem, if it doesn't do well since the Mass Effect Andromeda done fucking awful, that basically it's going to get canned, right? So it's no shock that Anthem didn't have the strongest of the launches this year. The game sputtered out onto retail shelves and digital e-tailers with about as much spark as a single pop cap going off in front of the lawn while a 4th of July fireworks display takes place in the sky. That is to say, it was rather insignificant. Many gamers assumed this meant the end of BioWare, but Anthem's lead producer has corrected those assumptions. Not only that, right, Sony, the PlayStation 4 crashes with this game. Like, you can't play the game on the PS4, and Sony has been given refunds for the game because it completely crashes. You can't play it on the PS4. There's a bug that totally crashes out. So that's pretty good, right? Game Rant picked up news from a tweet made by lead producer Michael Gamble, who was responding to a gamer that expressed fears that Electronic Arts would be shutting down BioWare. Gamble responded by saying that a lot of folks are playing the game and that they have a live service plan in place to receive great support. On February 25th, 2019, Gamble posted the following comment: "I really hope EA doesn't shut down your studio. Lots of folks are playing Anthem, and we've announced their live service plans. Don't worry about that. We're getting great support." No, you're not. No, you're not. Like, I can tell you right now, they're not. There are no hard figures on sales data, and trying to find info on Anthem's rough sales estimates aren't easy. But there are definitely some conflicting reports out there. comicbook.com did a report indicating that the game had a rough first week on the market, both in North America and the UK, and that it was followed by a 15% off discount on Amazon, bringing the game's price down to $51 just a week after it launched digitally and physically for the Xbox One, PS4 and PC. GamesIndustry.biz, an opposite story to report right in. Not only did Anthem top UK charts in its debut week, but it also saw similar success in the rest of Europe, the Middle East, Asia, Africa, as it is debuted at number 1 in the collective regions. A list of software sales, including the digital and physical sales within the EMEAA, ending on February 24, showed Anthem at the top spot. So you got Anthem, Far Cry New Dawn, FIFA 19, Metro Exodus, Red Dead Redemption 2, Jump Force, New Super Mario Bros., Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, Mario Kart 8, Grand Theft Auto 5. Come on, if that's not a good chart. If Grand Theft Auto 5 is number 10 and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege is number 8, the games have been out for fucking ages. That means the games that are selling are not new. You're a new game, of course you're going to be at the top. That doesn't mean your sales are good. It just means you're a new game. It's like, what? Anyway, Electronic Arts supposedly wanted to move 6 million copies before the end of the fiscal year, which means they had plans on moving 6 million copies in 6 weeks. Which means that they'll need to move upwards of 1 million copies each week since release. EA did manage to move 7.3 million copies of Battlefield 5. Remember how Battlefield 5 failed?
Yeah, so, that was awful.
So Battlefield 5 failed at 7.3 million copies. Right? By heavily discounting the game and directly after release, as reported by VG Charts. But it still ended up failing to meet the projected expectations and undersold at the suggested $60 retail price, costing EA more than $350 million, netting a spot on the Get What Go Broke master list. While BioWare may be safe for now, according to Gimble, one must wonder how long EA will continue to support BioWare if Anthem really isn't doing that great on the market. The last big Bio project that failed, Mass Effect Andromeda, resulted in BioWare Montreal shutting down, while remaining staff were moved to the EA Motive studio. This time around, it will be interesting to see what sort of cost-cutting measures EA might employ to migrate the damage if Anthem continues to make news for all the wrong reasons, and how it will affect the development of the up-and-coming Dragon Age Dreadwolf Rises. I loved Dragon Age, the first one. Second one was fucking shit. Third one was fucking even worse. So it's like I have no interest in BioWare games anymore, like at all. I think they're all going to be shit now. All the decent people have left. Like all the proper people have left. Talking of which, I've got another story about a BioWare veteran leading a new game studio. Oh, wonder why? Wonder why he fucked off. Yeah, he probably seen the curtain closing and went, yeah, I'm probably going to fuck off now. Anyway, I'll do this story. I'm going to go for a pee and be back, and then you can go get your food. You do your story, and then you can go do food and stuff. And I'll do this one. Food.
Yep.
I'll go
go
for
do
a
that
pee.
now.
No, I'll go for a pee first.
Oh.
And then.
Oh, you're going through a key first. Okay.
Yeah, and then you can.
Well, what story? The Captain Marvel one?
No, this one. Hang on. It's a small one. You'll probably be finished it by the time I get back. I'll post it in the.
Give it to me.
Thing. There you go.
Give it to me now. Okay, give me a second. Copy the link. Paste in the link. Enter. Load in the link. You're not doing well. It's not loading very well. It's just me. It's me. Boom, 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 boom. Why did this kind of froze? No, wait, there it goes. Okay. Okay. So, BioWare veteran leading new game studio. So, games tech company and Label, I don't know, has announced it is entering into games development with two newly created studios in London and Edmonton. The later of which is being headed by former BioWare veteran Aaron Flynn. The press release, the company says the studios are working on online multiplayer games powered by its Vitel OS platform. Flynn worked at BioWare for 11 years and served as the company's general manager from 2015 to 2017. During the tenure there, he oversaw development of Mass Effect and Dragon Age franchise, as well as Star Wars: The Old Republic. He joined Importable as soon as the general manager of its North American games business in September 2018. I was interested in making a game using Spatel
OS, I think.
From the very first time, I know, all right. Time I spoke to Improbable. I want
Improbable,
but like it's improbable. Oh,
yeah.
I've never seen that word spelled. I guess I don't know.
Improbable.
Improbable. Is that how you actually spell it?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not very good at spelling, but sometimes there are words that I've never seen spelled.
Right, I'm dyslexic, so don't ask me if it's right. I think it's improbable.
It is improbable.
Right.
Okay. My brain kept wanting to say importable or something. I kept wanting to add a T in there for some reason.
Yeah, it's improbable. Yeah,
Flynn said building tools and content has been a great way for Edmonton team to master Spatel OS, but a full game was always an opportunity myself and others had in mind as the Edmonton studio took shape. Now, after a lot of great hires and great progress, we're going to focus on creating the game using Unreal Engine 4 and building on Spatel OS next generation online games platform. Improbable's London studio, meanwhile, is being led by John
Waleski, I fuck knows.
Who previously worked at EA, DICE, and Fortnite developer Epic Games. The company says it plans to further grow these studios and found additional ones in other locations. Improbable will discuss its Spatel OS platform and its movie into game development at the year's Game Developers Conference, which takes place from March 18th to the 22nd. Don't sneeze while I'm talking. The company will also host two panels at the conference, which will feature Flynn and Josh Holmes, who previously worked on the Def Jam
Vendetta.
Oh, I see. Def Jam Vendetta and Halo series. Okay.
That sounds like a fucking good studio. Like,
yeah, I mean, hopefully if they're hiring the talent that like made the other places. I don't understand why they get rid of the talent that made the places great to begin with. That just seems like a poor business move.
No, because the talent's like, fuck this, I'm out. This is bullshit.
Oh, okay. They don't like it then.
Yeah, it's usually so.
It just seems to happen a lot.
This game, no, it does. This game, as soon as a studio buys over, like, like BioWare was kind of like sort of independent, right? And then so you'd have a game studio, right? So you'd be independent from a publisher. And basically what happens is you go to a publisher to sell your game to get the money to fund making the game, right? That's how it used to work. But as stuff develops, the same publisher goes, oh, what game are you making next? Because we made a fucking butt ton of the money in the last one. Like, we're definitely up for investing in your next one. And then so it goes on, and then you kind of make pals with that publisher, and then the publisher goes, oh, here's a couple of £1 billion, we're going to buy your whole studio because it's fucking brilliant, keep making us money. And then the studio puts pressure and more pressure on the guys that are making the fucking games, and they're like, but it takes us this long to make a game, we can't get it out in 2 years. It's like, you got fucking 2 years, you little shits, right? And it's like, no, it's going to take us 5 years to make fucking perfect game, right? It's always took us a long time to make a game. It's like, fuck you, you little shits, we own you now, it's fucking 2 years, you've got 2 years. So they put out a half-assed game and people don't buy it. Then the studio's like, fuck you, little shits, we needed to make this much money, you only made us half of that. The next game better be fucking better. And then so they do the same thing again. It's like, okay, we'll give you 3 years instead of 2 years this time, but it better be fucking good. And then they're like, oh, that game came in and it's a fucking piece of shit as well. It's like, and then they're just like, fuck it, we're shutting you down. That's kind of what happens. But the people that are usually at the top are usually the guys that built it from scratch. So they're usually the guys that got most of the money. So they guys are like, as soon as they sell it, they maybe stay for a year or so, and then they fuck off because they're like, this is fucking awful, can't work like this. I'm like the proper talented person that knows what I'm doing, and we're going to have to take 5 years to make perfection. And it's like, they're telling us to do it in like half a year. It's like, you know what I mean? And that's what happens. They just fuck off with like most of the money, and like the other people that have just joined and shit are just new guys. They don't know what they're doing. They've probably only made 2 or 3 games before, and they all come from EA, and it's just a shit show. They're no longer the same studio, right? Because most of the talent have moved out, because the talent are like, no, we know how long it's going to take us to make a proper game, and we're not getting bullied into making one in 2 years.
Yeah.
And
that makes sense.
That's why they'll fuck off. That's why all the good games, if you know all the good developers, don't fucking trust them. Most of them are all working for publishers now. So like EA is BioWare. Like there's no BioWare anymore because EA bought them. It's just a name. It's just a name they slap on. It's just like, yeah, it's BioWare, guys. Look, BioWare done all these awesome games. You should buy this. And like, it's a completely different studio.
Why do they sell out to EA anyway? If they know that EA is gonna fudge them up?
Because it's billions of dollars. like
I guess
it's millions of monies. It's like, look, you've built this name, you've built this product. Everyone loves what you're doing. We want a piece of it, and we'll pay you this much for it. And they're like, okay. And also they're getting old and got families to look after, and they can't be arsed really being in the game industry much anymore. And then lately sort of what's happened as well is like the indie or the Kickstarter type games, so they can actually ask for money instead of going to publishers. They can kind of do lower budget games and get away with doing it.
If you establish a game to begin with, and then you get like a following because your games look really good, you could definitely open up a GoFundMe or whatever for your next project, and people will fund it because they like your game so much.
Which is why Obsidian is still sort of about. Obsidian was like sort of part of BioWare as well, but not really. They were more like the sister studio, sort of. Like, every BioWare game had Obsidian do the add-on pack. So they always done like the DLC or the second game. Like I think it was Neverwinter Nights. BioWare was Neverwinter Nights. Obsidian was Neverwinter Nights too. So they always had like a close relationship with each other, and until EA bought over BioWare, and then it kind of stopped. But Obsidian's been going out kickstarting games. They've been doing pretty well actually. They've been doing so well that their latest game hasn't even been kickstarted, which is that one that took the piss out of Fallout. Right, that one wasn't even kickstarted, because they've got enough money now that they can just do it on their own. But yeah, anyway, I'll let you go. You can go and make food. Don't be too long, hopefully, because I've not got a lot of articles left. And like, post some of yours in too, so in case I ran out.
Well, the only one that I can post to you is the Captain Marvel one. The other one's like on my phone.
Right. Okay.
But I want to talk about both of those with you.
Okay, I'll go see if I can find something.
Yeah,
if
you do something else.
Yeah, I will. Right. Because a lot of these aren't. Okay. I'll do that. Bye YouTube. As well, I forgot. Aerithradio.co.uk for the rest of the show. It's about an hour and 10 minutes left, roughly. Give you guys a lot longer than half an hour, but there you go. Shit happens. You got 45 minutes ish. Okay, goodbye YouTube. This is the show. This is what happens. Except sometimes I do other stuff when it's radio, not YouTube, like music and shit. Maybe no dead air. That's the rule of radio. You don't have dead air. Right. So bye bye YouTube. Aerithradio.co.uk for the rest of the show, and Patreon on Tuesday, I think it goes up. Tuesday everyone can get it, and then I'll put on the thing, if the website, if I can remember, and you can stream it, you can download it, you can do what the fuck you want, podcast, like that shit. Anyway, bye bye YouTube.